Morning everybody, it's a beautiful morning here at the ranch. Got a quick video for you today, and it's based on a comment that I received with the recent Hifi Zen Phono preamp. It's honestly, the comment was kind. I don't have a problem with any comment, and it said, what's the point of buying all this nice stuff if you just mess with all of it? It's a classic video on what not to do with your hi-fi equipment. And I'm not going to say that this person's wrong. I currently have the Arcam SA20. I have the Hifi Zen Phono preamp set up. I have the Blue Sound Node with bass management, and I have a subwoofer with bass management, and I crossed it over at about 120 hertz. So the beauty of the SA20 is it's Class A into anywhere between 10 and 20 watts, right? And I, in essence, have taken away that Class A, manipulated it, room corrected it, put subsonic filters on it for everything under 120 hertz. Which, not Class A. The amplifier in my DB4S is a Class D 1000 watt amplifier. And if I'm honest, well, I love the system that I have. It sounds great. I enjoy it tremendously. But is it as intended by Arcam? Nope. They want it Class A from 20 hertz all the way up to 20,000 hertz. So in theory, 120 hertz and below doesn't sound as good as it can. It's more powerful through my CSS1 TDX speakers. What's up, Liberty? But no, it's not as Arcam intends. It messes with it. Another reason why maybe you shouldn't do what I do. I have 3 Phono preamps in my system. I have the one built into my Audio Technica. I have the Phono preamp that I put in the line with the Hifi, and then there's a Phono preamp in the Arcam that I don't use. So I've paid for 2 things that I don't use at all. And honestly, that drives me crazy. It sucks paying for things 3 times when you only use it once. Another reason I don't think that I should probably be doing what I'm doing is it's cluttered. I want things to be simple. I want them to be as easy as possible for my family to use. I want them to be reliable. And the Arcam by itself does all those things. It is simple to use. It is, honestly, it's fairly indestructible as far as I can tell. And it sounds really good all on its own. If anything, I've just complicated it. I mean, my kids don't even know how to turn the volume down without the subwoofer staying loud, because you have to use the phone. And then the last reason why what I'm doing, and it kind of repeats a little bit of what I talked about before, is this is not a purist design. And there's definitely an argument among audiophiles that you should keep it pure. Keep as little in the system as possible, because it can degrade the sound, and it probably does degrade the sound. The more lines you add in, the more interconnects, the more components. Well, that's the argument, at least. I don't know if I agree with that, because everybody says, oh, separate sound the best. But an argument could be made. So I'm actually going to switch things up in my system for a little bit. I'm going to just use the Arcam SA20. No subwoofer, no external phono preamp. I am just going to connect sources, my turntable. I am still going to connect the streamer, but I'm going to take the subwoofer component out of it, and I'm just going to do pure 2-channel for the holiday season. And I'm gonna put my CSS Crichtons on my speaker stands. And I'll probably compare what it's like to have my system the way it is right now with all of the stuff in there, and what it's like to have just as a pure tube channel. I'll probably do a compare and contrast video on that. But I think I'm gonna enjoy it either way because those CSS Crichtons are great. But I'm warning you, if my kids knock over my speakers and they break, yeah, it's on me. I mean, ultimately, I do what I do because I have a kid with autism. And I do what I do at this ranch to support kids that have medical diagnoses. Speakers on stands with kids with autism don't necessarily work. Shoot, speakers on stands with kids doesn't work great. That's ultimately why I got the system that I have right now. But for the sake of the channel, for this Christmas season, I'm gonna keep it simple and I'm gonna put my speakers on stands. And why am I doing this around horses? Because of my kid. Because this is an amazing organization that supports kids with medical diagnoses to grow relationships. My son learned how to ride a horse here. My son, for the first time in his life, when he came here, he learned that maybe he actually does enjoy physical contact with people, like high fives and maybe even a hug. But he learned how to do it with Dale, right there. So that's why I work at this organization. That's why I support this organization. That's why 80% of any money that this YouTube channel makes goes to this organization. And the organization, if you're interested, can be found at thecenterranch.org. TheCenterranch.org. I'd love it if you donated to the channel, but more money is going to go if you donate to through the website. Okay, that's what I got. I appreciate all the comments. Appreciate you all watching. I know this probably only get like 100 views, but for the 100 of you that are watching, freaking A. I love you. I appreciate you. And know that every time you watch, you're making a difference. I know that for my son, this has changed his life. And music for me, look, life's not perfect, right? It's good. It's not perfect, but sometimes you got to listen to music. And sometimes you got to ride a horse. And sometimes you got to listen to your hi-fi system. Okay. Appreciate y'all. Ask questions down below. Thanks. Bye.